The rain has finally stopped. In sporadic areas spared by shelling, there are carnations in bloom. Wish we could stop and smell the flowers. The Ypres campaign is now in full swing, and we're doing all we can to make our contribution to it. A successful patrol over the line is sure to help deliver the victory we need. Five Fokker biplanes lurked below the three of us in hopes we would leave. Not us. We were there to beat them into oblivion. Even with his new hairstyle, Richtofen is out of the hospital and back in the air. No one knows how he does it, or if we'll ever be able to stop him for good. Perhaps bombing the train station at Lille can put a thorn in the side of Douai, but I doubt that anything bothers the Baron. I thought the anti-aircraft gunners were asleep on the job, but all they had done was draw me into their fold. They were dead set on keeping the Lille train rolling and sending my plane to scrap. Triplanes. The Richtofen Geschwader has been equipped with the Fokker DR-1. This unique aircraft presents us with our greatest challenge to date. Farah says we may face the hazardous dry deckers as soon as today's Ypres patrol. As if supporting an offensive wasn't enough, now we have to contend with the deadliest planes that have ever flown. The four of us faced an eerie horizon as the vacuous skies promised to bring us a bloody DR-1. My anxiety was overwhelming, but I had no choice but to wait for the Hun to appear. Horrifying experience reported by one of our pilots. He was under attack when suddenly his upper wing disintegrated in mid-air. He bailed out, sans parachute, and luckily landed in a deep part of the Oise River. Even Farah forgave him. He has the day off as the rest of us go trench strafing at Ypres. With my fingers hypnotically clenching the triggers of my Vickers, I was determined to open the lines for our boys on the ground. It would take all my concentration to blaze a trail into no man's land. One of the men saw Richtofen in action yesterday. Rumour has it he'll now fly the fiery Drydecker, which has brought him a new nickname, the Red Baron. Every Allied pilot worthy of the wings on his chest is now gunning for the ringmaster of the flying circus. The 4 of us on today's patrol to Douai are no exception. Never before had a pilot so wanted a shot at this man they called the Red Baron as I did. Frustrated again with his failure to appear, I turned my guns on his 7 attacking minions. Tempers are brewing within our company. Structural failings in our older planes are being discovered daily, and no one wants to fly anything but the latest models. Farah says the problem isn't his fault. Holy Joe has seen the Air Corps' budget, and he isn't optimistic the situation will improve. Bet the frugal buggers at HQ would spend their money differently if they had to bomb a train flying an old bucket of bolts. A rickety Austrian train tried to escape us out of Lille. The Austro-Hungarian forces were faltering, and with good aim we could nicely accelerate the process. What's a pilot supposed to do when he's flying his best but his plane is unsafe? I'm not just talking about design flaws, but wood wings that are warped, tail rudders chewed up by lead, and rust eating holes in our engine frames. Missions like today's balloon busting at Ostend would be a lot easier if we could just depend on our machinery. The three of us out balloon hunting had formed a pact to keep watch over each other's planes. With anti-aircraft guns blaring from all sides, it wouldn't take much to send our crates spiralling downward. While Farah can't do anything about replacing our rotten airplanes, he's been pretty damn good at improving company morale. Just 2 more weeks of Ypres and he'll be sending us on some leave for some seaside amusement. Not a bad reward for a few more patrols to the front. Visions of glistening beaches passed before me, even with the gruesome view passing below. 3 D2s were out to introduce me and my 2 accomplices to the Grim Reaper. I hate to say it, but we're losing faith in the brass. Not Farah or Trenchard, but the people at the top making the big decisions, whoever they are. How can they send us up in these outdated box kites to die? Don't they care? I know all I should be thinking about is our next patrol to Lille. But it isn't easy to climb into a cockpit when you don't trust the hardware or the men who sold it to you. The flying circus must have been having a bad day. The 4 of us snuck up on 2 biplanes as old as our own. Our stunning surprise attack would have impressed the Baron himself. artillery has become an increasingly important factor in the Ypres campaign. Strafing the munitions trains from Lille is one way we can counter the effects, by cutting off supplies. Archie is killing more pilots than we ever imagined. Just the thought of it makes me jumpy. Looking through my gun sights, I saw the train's engineer begging for mercy. Remembering the days of chivalry, I let him jump to safety and trained my guns on his cargo. One week until we go on leave. Yet I know too well that a week can be a long time in battle. 3 minutes of head-to-head combat with a DR-1 is an eternity. Our four-man patrol to the front is bent on avoiding the dreaded drydeckers, but there isn't much hope of that nowadays. While land-based artillery ate into the terra firma, we met the core of the refurbished Yaster 11. Now they had 2 triplanes within their ranks, and both flew elegantly, even under attack. Most of us will be taking a solemn detour after this afternoon's balloon-busting expedition to Aulnoy. We've just learned that the incomparable Georges Guinemer has been shot down. Memorial services will be conducted throughout France. The loss is as tremendous as it is senseless. We will miss him deeply. It was hard to concentrate on the balloons ahead with the loss of Guinemer still on my mind. The balloons appeared unprotected, so my partner signaled to take the kill while we had the chance.
Going on leave to Le Tréport this weekend. 2 full weeks away from the Red Baron, and we've certainly earned it. After today's Cambrai patrol, it's nothing but cool sea breezes and sultry bathing beauties. Never seen anything like the pictures the boys are passing around from their past pleasures on the French playground. Hope my own follies won't be any less memorable. Can't say I'll look forward to returning to Amiens in October, but I'll be back. I've never been one to shirk my responsibilities. Not now, not ever.
There was to be one more dogfight on the cards before we'd have any rest. The pair of fighters below the 3 of us were trying their best to interfere with our leave.